In the last hour and a bit, we've just finished doing a live online stream fitness class by a live stream aerobics class across the internet from our studio to people's living rooms. We do them at this time of night, that's when the kids are in bed. But that's not what I want to talk to you about today. I don't know about you, but you may have seen the news this week, and you might have seen how verdict has been handed down in the Ava White murder case. In this particular case, a young girl who was only 12 years old, a child, was murdered in a knife attack, and a young teenage schoolboy has been criminally convicted of her murder. I very much hope justice is done. Today, in my capacity as a personal trainer and a self-defense instructor, I'm going to give you some practical hints to help you reduce your risk of a knife attack. Now, nothing in self-defense is guaranteed. From my notes here. Okay, so some of you may remember the Merseyside derby earlier this season, where this young teenager was remembered in the 12th minute. All the fans stood up and gave a minute's applause. Now, when I give you these hints, I don't want anyone playing hero, okay? I don't want anyone to do the thing like see on Jackie Chan movies or Bruce Lee movies, Steven Seagal or whatever. Those things you see on the TV in these movies are very impressive, but they're highly choreographed. I don't want anyone playing hero. If someone attacks you with a knife, I want you to turn down and run, okay? No one playing hero here, okay? That's very important. Now, let me give you some hints to help you reduce your risk of an attack. First things first, whenever you go out anywhere, stay visible. The more crowded the place, the better. Ava White was a rare case, but generally speaking, the more crowded a place is, the less likely something's going to happen to you. Okay, that's very, very important. And if you can, go out in pairs. Okay, try not to go out alone if you can. Sad to say, that's the world we live in, but try and go out in groups. Okay, it is much, much safer. Now, the other thing here is, in the UK, there's been a spate of what's known as moped crime, where people have been walking the street and someone with a moped has come up behind them and grab something. Let me demonstrate. Now, in the UK, we drive on the left. With a handbag, walking the street, and someone with a moped comes up and grabs a handbag. First things first, if you've got a handbag, put it over your neck. It makes it that much harder to grab it. Secondly, very, very importantly, always, where if you can, walk opposing the traffic. Now, in the UK, we drive on the left. So if the traffic's coming this way, I can see a moped coming, or motorcycle, or whatever. If I'm walking along with the traffic, I can't see them coming, and they can sneak up behind you. So wherever you can, walk opposing the traffic. If we can all walk opposing the traffic, we can knock a huge dent in that kind of crime, which would be a welcome for everyone. Now, a couple of things that you need to do to basically reduce your risk of a knife attack. Let me get my props. If you have to go out at night, please, please, please wear one of these. It's a head torch. Okay, you can just about see that. Okay, but if you walk with a head torch, you'll feel a bit silly at first, but after a while you'll wonder how you manage without it. What actually, especially if you've got the keys in your hand or whatever, they free your hand to do a lot of things. What actually happens with these is you walk down the street and people move out of the way. It's like you have a force field around you. Please get one of these. It's a whistle. We used to call them penny whistles. Keep them around your neck. Anything happens, just blow it hard. Okay? It attracts a lot of attention, and no criminal wants attention. What am I doing with this around my neck? Now, out there are a lot of children and teenagers saying, I don't want to carry a knife, but what happens if I get attacked? Well, it is true that in some parts of the world, that if you carry a knife, you can be arrested, convicted, and even jailed for it, believe it or not. And the excuse is saying, well, everyone else carries them, what will I do if I get attacked? It's not going to carry much weight in court. There's something you can carry which is legal, won't get you arrested for, and is far more effective than a knife. Let me demonstrate. It's one of these. It's an umbrella. Let me put these away. I'd like you all to invest in a head torch, an umbrella and a whistle. An umbrella is a very, very important thing. You see, let me give you an example. You come up with a 6-inch knife and I've got a 3-foot umbrella. I can power you off. My arm is about 1.5 foot. This is about 3 foot long. If he's got a 6-inch knife and I've got this, he's not getting anywhere near me. I can do the Luke Skywalker thing and keep him away. If I've got a whistle, I can be blowing hard. Okay. Other thing you may want to invest in is a body camera. It's well worth investing in. If not, a mobile phone. And I'll keep it on record. If someone comes up to you and tries something, you just say, "Look, I'm recording you. I'm putting this on Facebook, so you're going to be recognised." You'll be amazed, I'm speaking here from experience, when you just say, "Look, you're being recorded and it's been going live on Facebook. You are now being broadcast to thousands of people. It's only a matter of time before the police recognise you." People go away quite quickly. I've actually done this myself. Okay, so it does work. Okay. Now, next thing here is, if you're a parent, and this is very important, somewhere in your local community there is a martial arts class. Now, I don't care if it's Aikido, I don't care if it's Thai kickboxing or Taekwondo, Judo or Jiu-Jitsu, or if it's karate or whatever, I don't care. Anyone who is competent in a full or semi-contact martial art is a very dangerous person to mess with. On top of that, someone trained in martial arts will do their utmost to avoid a fight. I promise you here and now that any martial arts class will teach the student 3 things: evasive, verbal and physical. Self-defense is being evasive, verbal, physical. Evasive means do your utmost to avoid the fight. Verbal means talk the person down. Physical is a matter of last resort, okay? But we don't want that. The things I've taught you today give you a much better chance, okay? Other thing is, the more interest you take in your kids, the less likely they are to go into crime. Very, very important. So take an interest in your kids' schoolwork and things such as that. It never ceases to amaze me that the parents of Jewish kids, and we all should learn from this, what they do is, for the start of the school year, they write to the school head principal, and they said they want the homework questions emailed to them, and so they get those by email from each teacher. The student does the homework, it's scanned in and emailed to the teacher back the same night, and the parent says, "I want to see the marks." So the students on their toes, because then the parents keeping an eye on them. When was the last time you heard of a Jewish student doing things? But it's one of the reasons that their parents take such a big interest in them. The more interest you take in your kids, please take a lot of a martial art. Now, the other thing is, how many of you seen that movie called My Big Fat Greek Wedding or something like that? I can't remember the exact title. In one scene, the sister of the bride actually says to the groom, "If you hurt my sister, I'll kill you and make it look like an accident." I can assure you that men of Greek and Spanish background and Italian background are very protective to their brothers and sisters, especially men of Sikh background. Guys, if you've got sisters, you need to step up, okay? You need to be that protective towards your sisters. It's very, very important. There was one girl who's very, very dear to me, very close friend of mine, and we were out one night at the club, and this lad was getting familiar with her, and I went up to him and just said, "Okay, mate, tell you what, I want you to have a good time, but if you're going to spend the night with her, you're going to go back to her place, not yours. You're going to shower before you get into bed. You're going to use barrier protection, and if you upset her in any way, I'll break every bone in your body and make it look like an accident." He got the message. Unfortunately, it worked too well. She sent me an email the following day saying, "Thanks to you, no one's asking me out, but people are too afraid to ask us out because you keep getting you off." That's a different story altogether. So in conclusion, please, please, please take action on the hints I've given you. Please encourage all your family members to get a head torch, a whistle and an umbrella. And if you are a parent, please sign your kids up. From, just go to your local military surplus store. Just go on Google, you'll find one quite easily and get these items. But somewhere in your local community, there is a martial arts class. Get your kids signed up to it. Thank you very much for your time. Stay safe, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, before I forget, the fact sheets below. Okay, so click below and you can get the fact sheets. Thank you very much for your time. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.